Hi everyone, welcome to my gem guide. So what gems? So basically gems are in-game currency that you pretty much use to buy everything in Demon Slayer. So you can see where the total currency is at the top of your bar. So you have your character, your money, your gems and your monster. So how do you get gems? There's loads of main ways. You can either whale it and just go to the gem shop. So you can either click on the top gem icon at the top of your bar and go straight to shop icon, or you just click shop at the bottom left of the screen. So you go to gems, which is on the resource shop on the right tab. Now you do get daily 30 gems for just logging in and just collecting it for free, so you can, or watch an advert if you're not VIP. So you can do that. I would recommend to go logging in and do that daily, or you can spend money, so you can get it like 500 for a fiver, or you can get 1,100 for tenner. And as you can see, you can use them to get monster keys, to get gold, to get relic upgrades, to get skill upgrades, to get weapon upgrades. You can use it for tons of stuff, for costumes and other bits and bobs. There's ways to get it here. There's a level up package if you want to get loads of, you get gems for getting that package as well. You get gems for that. And the two main resources or easy ways to get tons of gems if you're a free-to-play player is one, just to do your daily tasks. So go to your menu bar on the bottom left, that's the 4 squares, click on it, go to your quests, and you have your daily quest and your weekly quests. So if you just basically complete them all, you get tons that way. And the second way is these events. So you have these events. This one is the Firefly Festival, and there's a stone one as well. Now, in this event, you can get these currencies, so it's either be the Firefly jars or the stones ingots, but you can do them by just logging in daily, doing certain tasks to level up the top bars, get these ingots and little fireflies, and you start collecting these. Now at the end of the event, if you don't spend anything, then they will convert into gems, so you get 5 gems per lantern, and that's a big resource pool. I do go in a separate video about how to farm or how to farm gems. I'll link that description below. This is more this is more of a guide on what to spend them on. So that's a quick overview of how to collect gems. And as I said, watch that video on how to farm gems, which I'll link in the description below. Now, what should you spend them on? If you haven't spent gems in this way, don't bother resetting your game. It's no problem at all. Some people level them up differently. It doesn't change the game. It's not a big game changer. So don't worry if you haven't done it in this specific order. It doesn't help dramatically change your overall leveling experience. So don't worry too much if you've played for a long time and you haven't done it this way. It's absolutely fine. This is just my recommendation. So first of all, I'll probably go for rune skills. So when you first start, you go to your menu, which is character, equipment and skills for your certain weapons. Now, I do recommend to use either staff or greatsword. Staff seems to be OP still at the early part of the game. So if your main weapon is staff, so using your skill upgrade stones, which you get by again grinding daily and doing your resources, you get level up these skills. So you get the first row first, which is this bit here. But when you start leveling them up, when they become unlocked, you only get the first row until you start getting some more monster cards. And when you start leveling up more monster cards, it then unlocks the second row. So this is by equipping monster cards, as you can see in this deck section. So when that happens and you start getting skills level 1 and 2, when you click on this skill, you have this rune section. So you can see there's a rune here, rune on these different sections here. So you can see they have different effects. So level 1 is what you first get at the top. So the first part, the level 1 is what the first one is you get at the top is runes, and they say they have different effects which you can equip, but you do have to pay gems to unlock them. So I can't remember the exact currency cost. I can't remember, it's like 100, 200, 300 and goes higher to 500 more. But they do cost gems to unlock these, but they're very beneficial because they give you a ton of effects. As you can see, there's a healing rune, there's a burn effect, there's a critical rune. So when you start getting all of these, especially level 2, and start leveling up your skills of this, it does make your main weapon ton stronger and you ton stronger, so leveling up through the stages. So I would recommend to get those runes first, especially level 1 skills at the top. Second one will be SS costumes. So when you go to your character again, go to costume sections. Now at the top there's 3 different, there's weapons, there's hats and there's chest. I would recommend going to the weapon section and getting all the attack costumes first up to SS gear. So go to your weapon first. So always pick your weapon. So concentrate on building your main build. So your one build. So it'd be one skills, one main level up your main, one equipment, and one costumes. So when you start buying these cost gems as well. You then go up to the SS gear, get all of these because these increase attack. So when you get all these attack to your SS gear, so get two double S's, I'll then recommend going to the other weapon tabs and again start buying these weapons for the other weapons you're not using. Because the best thing about costumes, you don't need to have them equipped. They're just a skin. So think of them as a skin costume, not actual an equipable item. So you don't need to have them equipped to get the benefit. So even if you buy all of these and you're only using wand, you still get the attack power. So you can see, look, attack plus 400, attack plus 400, attack plus 600. You get all this attack power added to your main character by just buying all these costumes. So the first thing you do, max out the first one. You see the weapon one, mine's 9 out of 9, 9 out of 9, 9 out of 9, 9 out of 9. Max all that out first to get tons of attack, and then once you finish them, you start working on the equipment sets. Again, the triple S sets have even bigger effects. So not just the attack, but you can see buying one of the set items of triple S gets 50% chance to lightning storm. Then second one has a different effect of meteor, and the third one for increased end damage for meteor attack 1.5 seconds. So that gives for your main weapon a kind of special effect, skill effect if you get all three sets. So that's the hat, chest, and weapons. So try to get the set for the next costume, and then that's only up to the attack and SS gear. You don't really need HP or defense until you buy everything else, so like level 2 skills and getting your monster weapon cards up. So once you've got all those, then you can start completing all the costume sets later on when you're about middle tier. They're not as important earlier on. That's my opinion. The second thing the third thing I'll spend then after you've got all the attack costumes and SS costumes and the skill runes would be leveling up your monster cards, because you probably notice at first you can get to level 1 unlocked all the runes, but then level 2 won't be unlocked until you get much higher SS monster cards. So you want to start collecting these, and you can collect these from getting special keys, from getting cages in here. So you get the fairy cages. So you can get these by getting monster key cards. So they cost like try to get the higher grade ones because you get the better grade monster cards a lot quicker. So you can get them as well. So you can use the farming method to get a ton of gems to buy these high tier keys, because you need these keys to unlock when you do summoning. So you special summon to get the monsters, and then you start upgrading them to combining them to do more effects, so you can just do more and more. So keep getting these monster cards to level up. These will eventually then level up to skill level 2, and then again you buy all the rune slots for that. And all the reason you're doing attack power skills 1 and 2 rune and do the rune sets upgrades, because that will get you to a higher level. Because when you get to higher stage level, you start collecting these keys as you progress through every stage. So the requirement for it is, so from stage 6000 you start getting special keys. So really you want to get up to that stage and beyond, so you can start farming all the high tier monster cards. So once you've done, that's number 3, so you've done your skills, your costumes, your runes, skills to level 2, and your monster cards. You then want to look at your fairies. So your fairies will generally start leveling them up. Your fairies would then generally start leveling up to higher tier by sending away your purification to your fairy cages. So you should really start collecting double S fairies anyway by just doing that. And as you progress for the other 3 points, by the time you finish that, your fairies should be around about SS for a lot of them anyway. If not, then start buying the fairy cages in here. So you want the golden fairy cages so you can get the higher tier fairies, so you can level them up as soon as possible. And again, you want triple S fairies for all of them for your main build. So it could be Ola, Glacio, or Aqua, Sinbad, Pharaoh, or whichever kind of build you want to go for as a pushing or farming build. Again, I've done a video on what fairies and what fairy builds you can use on the separate one, so I'll link that below. But yeah, you want to get your fairies up so you can get the best possible combination. And once you've got all triple fairies, triple S fairies, you don't really need to buy any more fairy cages. So again, concentrate on finishing off your costumes, make sure you've got every single costume. Or once you've maxed out your SS fairies, you go back to your costumes to make sure you get every single costume you can get. And once that's all maxed out and you maxed out all your skills, is then going between buying equipment, and buying monster cards because you can keep leveling up your monster cards to higher grade. It takes a lot longer to level up your monster cards because I see, look, I've still got double S, but I haven't got tons of them. So it takes a long while to level up your monster cards than pretty much most other things. So it might be a while, but once you've maxed out all your SS monster cards, because these can go to different stars, so 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. But once they're max, you've got everything. Then you start buying equipment, so you can get your triple S equipment. You need to buy tons of equipment, so you can upgrade this to multiple stars as well. So pretty much there's nothing else to do. You've got all your costumes, you've got all your monster cards maxed out, you've got all your fairies maxed out. Is then buying as much equipment as possible on your gems to max them out. That's pretty much the last stage you'll probably be doing when you're near the end. So these are my, I don't know how many points I did, 4 or 5, but I hope they helped. So I hope this helped in some way. If it has, make sure you're subbed and followed, because I'll try to do more guides and updates soon. If there's any specific guides you want to see, or you need any questions on Untitled Demon Slayer, leave a comment and I'll add it on my to-do list, and hopefully I can get that out soon for you. Apart from that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.